Hello, students. I'm now going to begin with the civics topic for your class. The first topic that you have in civics is the Union Legislature. You all know, students, that India is a democratic country, and in a democracy, you all know and you have learned in the previous years that the people choose the government. In India, we have government at three levels. We have government at the center, that is also known as the union government. We have government at the state level, like how in Goa we have our own state government. And we also have government at the rural level, that is the panchayats and the municipalities. The union government has got two parts, the union legislature and the union executive. Today we are going to begin with the union legislature, that is the legislature at the center. The union legislature in India is known as the parliament. You have all seen the parliament house in India. This Parliament House is known as the Union Legislature. The legislature makes legislations. Legislations means laws. So you have to remember that the Union Legislature makes laws for the country. The Union Legislature consists of the President and the two houses of Parliament. Now, which are the two houses of Parliament? The two houses of Parliament are the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. The Lok Sabha is known as the House of the People, and the Rajya Sabha is known as the upper house, or the Lok Sabha is also known as the lower house and the Rajya Sabha is known as the upper house. The Parliament in India is situated in Delhi. Now, since the legislature consists of the president has got certain powers in the legislature. What are the legislative powers of the president is very important for you to know. The president can summon or prorogue the parliament. Summon means he can call for a meeting of the parliament. And if he wants, he can also dissolve the Lok Sabha. He can also call for a joint sitting of both the houses in case he wants to have a meeting of both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Then also he can call for a joint meeting. Joint sitting means a joint meeting of both the houses. You know, dear students, that after every 5 years, the Lok Sabha has elections. Now, after the elections, the president can have the first meeting. Secondly, he also has a first session or a first meeting at the beginning of every year. Another legislative power that the president has is he can send a message to the houses in case any bill is pending in the parliament. Another very important legislative power that the president has is in case the speaker is not present or the deputy speaker is also not present, then he can appoint any one member of the Lok Sabha to preside over the meetings in the Lok Sabha. Now, these were the legislative powers of the president. Now, let's move on to the next subtopic, that is the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the parliament. Since the Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the parliament, it is a permanent house. Now, why the Rajya Sabha is known as the permanent house? The Rajya Sabha is known as the permanent house because it doesn't dissolve completely. some member or the other is always there in the Rajya Sabha. Now, the Rajya Sabha can have 250 members. They cannot be more than 250. At present, the Rajya Sabha has got 245 members. Now, in the Rajya Sabha, the president can nominate 12 members. Nominate means he can choose 12 members. He can appoint 12 members. And these 12 members whom the president nominates to the Rajya Sabha, they are experts in certain fields like in literature, in arts, in social sciences, in science, and so on. Now you will be wondering who elects the members of the Rajya Sabha. The members of the Rajya Sabha are not directly elected by the people like how the members of the Lok Sabha are elected. The members of the Rajya Sabha are elected by the members of the state legislative assemblies of each state. All the members of the state legislative assemblies, like in Goa we have our state legislative assembly. Now all the 40 members of the Goa State Legislative Assembly will go and elect the members of the Rajya Sabha. So since these members of the state legislative assemblies go and elect the members of the Rajya Sabha, we say that the members of the Rajya Sabha are indirectly elected by the people. Now, depending on the size of a state, the number of members are elected to the Rajya Sabha. Since Maharashtra is a big state, Maharashtra sends many members, around 16 members, to the Rajya Sabha. Whereas since Goa is a very small state, Goa sends one member to the Rajya Sabha. So we have one person representing Goa in the Rajya Sabha. To be a member of the Rajya Sabha, a person must be a citizen of India. Secondly, he should not be less than 30 years of age. Sometimes a person may not be fit to be a member of the Rajya Sabha. In such a case, he will be disqualified. Now, on what conditions can he be disqualified? A member of the Rajya Sabha can be disqualified if he holds any office of profit. That is, he cannot be holding or he cannot be making money at the cost of the government. He can be disqualified if he is of unsound mind. Unsound mind means if he is not mentally fit. He may be disqualified also if he is not a citizen of India. If he is holding the citizenship of another country, then also the person or the member of the Rajya Sabha may be disqualified. Now, a member of the Rajya Sabha remains in office for 6 years. You know that the members of the Lok Sabha and the legislative assemblies remain in office for 5 years, but the member of the Rajya Sabha remains in office for 6 years. So the tenure of the member of the Rajya Sabha is 6 years. There are some very important officials in the Rajya Sabha. One of the very important official of the Rajya Sabha is the Vice President of India. The Vice President of India is also known as the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Now, the Vice President, who is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha, he presides over the meetings of the Rajya Sabha. Presides over the meetings means he conducts the meetings of the Rajya Sabha. If at all the members of the Rajya Sabha are not happy with the Vice President, he can be removed from his office. How can he be removed from his office? The Vice President of India can be removed from his office by a resolution passed by the majority of all the members of the Rajya Sabha. If all the members of the Rajya Sabha vote saying that they are not in favor of the vice president can be removed from his office. So, my dear students, we have finished up till the Rajya Sabha. I will